Okay, so I want you to watch me. I'm recording this. I want you to watch me from the, come over here, Chris, in front on this side for me. Okay, I want you to watch this motion that I'm going to be making here. Okay, and I'm going to be using this noodle. You'll see in a moment. Okay, I got this on my hip, right? Okay, so ready, look. So my head, the whole time, where's my head supposed to stay? Is in place, right? Mm-hmm. Then I'm doing my swing plane, look what does my left hip do? See how my hip, it only turns, right? And then what am I doing with my swing path? Right? And then where's my head staying, right? And then the other thing I'm doing, look at me a sec, the other thing I do is I supinate my wrist. After I go underneath, then I supinate my wrist, which is like unscrewing a screwdriver with your left hand, remember. Okay, this is supinating your left wrist, remember? Right? So that we need to, after you come underneath, you have to supinate, because that does what? That gets the wrist to be flat and the club face to be square. Okay. If you would, come over here a moment, please. Put your head on the noodle. And I want you to do what I just did without a ball and practice this. Your hip, let me see. Hip on the head cover, okay, and then head on the noodle. Okay. Now do your practice swing, so you're going to go straight back. Yep, then underneath, then supinate. You feel your hand? See how I turn the fingernails are facing you now, under. Good, do that again, straight back. Under the noodle, supinate. Okay, good. And then again, right? And then do a bigger swing where your hip's allowed, because you're not moving your hip there, Chris. Your hip's allowed to do what? Your hip's allowed to pivot. Your head stays still. There you go. That was better. Try again. Swing path. Supinate. Okay. Now here's what you're not getting yet. Stand in front again. On this side, please. Over here. Okay. Okay, look. After you do your swing path and you're coming through, your left arm has to go straight out. Okay, straight through. Right? Because look, I'm trying to, look at this thing here. Look. I'm trying to keep the club face pointing where? Straight. Right. Okay. So I'm going, look, I'm doing my swing path. Bring this a little closer here. Thanks, buddy. It's too close. I got it. There we go. Okay. All right. So after I do my swing path, look, I come under, and then I'm keeping that straight as my hip goes where? Where's my hip go? My hip goes back, face goes straight. Okay, put this on your club, please. Okay. All right. Take your time. Straight back, under the noodle, face straight, hip back. Now wait, do it again, but where's your hip going? You got to do it again, but your face straight, hip back. Go slow, under. Here, stay there. Let me see. Do it again. Straight back, under the noodle. Come on down. Right, and then this hip's going where? Back, behind the bag. And then where's your face? Straight, like that. You feel where your hip went? Mm-hmm. Okay, do it again, but I want your head on the noodle here, Chris. Okay, so keep your head on the noodle. Do your swing path, and then left, the club face, and your hip. There you go. That's better. Yes, watch the screen. Good job. Okay. So ready to look. So now watch. So what your head is trying to do is what? Your head's trying to stay in place, right? Then, watch this. Then the left hip, okay, is here. Now the swing path, you're going straight back first, right? You're going straight back this way, and then where? And then you're going underneath the noodle to go where? Out that way. But then, what are you doing? Right here, your left hand has to supinate, which is turns this way, right? Remember? The supinated wrist, right? So it looks like this, if you want to read about it. Supinated left wrist, right? Remember, is this idea here, right? It's like you're unscrewing a screwdriver with your left hand. And that's how we close the club face, right? That's how we close the club face, by supinating your left wrist. And then look, and then what happens? This left hip clears where? Clears back, right? And then look, the face of the club is where? Straight, right? And so now look, now your butt's on the line correctly. See how your butt's on this line over here correctly now? And the club face is going down the target line here. That was correct. So see, your head stays here the whole time on the noodle. Your hip is allowed to do what? Pivot, right? And then what do we have to do? Do our swing path, supinate, and get the face straight.